and now our screen is getting a little crazy. Oh, we got a divine orb. Let's go. Yo, what's up, chefs? It's Vinny, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I made roughly 1,200 Exalted Orbs in flat currency drops alone from one singular map. To be clear, by flat currency drops, I mean stuff you could take to the currency exchange and exchange for Exalted Orbs immediately. So that's going to be your Breach Splinters, Divine Orbs, Chaos Orbs, just stuff like that, not including all of the extra things we got from the map, because we did get a lot of extra good stuff. Do just want to briefly mention that if you're interested in how I got the map to be this juicy, I will be doing a brief overview of that at the end of the video, and there will be a full guide on how I juice my maps coming out very soon. Additionally, I do plan to use some of this recorded footage in a build update video coming out soon, so if you hear me talk about my build at all or anything like that, that would be why. Hope you guys enjoy the video. With all that out of the way though, I'm going to go ahead and lock in because like I said, I'm doing the 0 to hero challenge, so this currency is kind of important, and I really don't want to die on the 10 breach map, so let's get started. And I'll just say, this map is extremely juicy. Let's see if we can. I'll actually just pause super quick just so you guys can kind of see really quick. We've got 269% increased quantity, 50% increased rarity, 94% increased number of rare monsters. I mean, this map is going to be insane, so buckle up. It's going to be a show. Let's just hope we don't die, because that would really suck. Well, if I die, you guys probably wouldn't see this anyways, so it's okay. You guys will never know it happened. All right, we're just going to start the second breach. We're going to get things a little crazy here. The loot filter sounds are probably going to be breaking some eardrums. I apologize. We'll start the third breach. Why not? And I mean, the loot is just disgusting, is it not? Like, it is so crazy what's happening right now on my screen. I think we're gonna keep it to just 3 breaches at once. I don't really want to go more than that because, like I said, this currency does matter. I do actually want the currency. The loot filter sounds aren't even like caught up with what's happening on screen. They're like delayed. See, we've still got 1 breach active at least. We might have some mobs down here by the spawn. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna pick up all the loot. I'm not gonna, waste your guys' time with that. What I will do though, just for the people that are, I'm sure curious, I'll pick up all the loot after I'm done with the map, and then I'll give you guys a tally of everything we get, once I've got it all collected, of course. But I won't bore you guys with me actually running around and, shoving everything into my pockets. All right, we'll start this second breach again. We got locked up for half a second, but we didn't actually take any damage, which is nice. Let's grab these clasped hands, and then we're actually going to run backwards the other way, because there's probably going to be a lot of monsters spawned over here. So many clasped hands. And I mean, of course, everything is just exploding, as I'm sure you can see. I mean, things are exploding way off screen that you can't even see, actually. And now our screen is getting a little crazy. Oh, we got a divine orb. Let's go. Let's go, boys. I mean, this is a little ridiculous, is it not? Holy shit. Oh my goodness. Okay, we definitely have a few more breaches to do. Got a few more. Take a little breather in between the action. And back to it. Open up another breach. Got a rare monster over there. He just gets obliterated. And also, for those of you that might be thinking, oh, well, this is just a T14 map, you know, it's not a T15, it's not even Delirious. One, you'll just have to take my word for it that the difference between a T15 and a T14 in difficulty is not much at all. And the currency gains is negligible, if it's even there at all. From what I've heard from, you know, a FUB gun, you can do even as low as T11 maps, and you'll still be getting really good currency. And if you want proof that this build can, you know, do T15s and T15 Delirious maps, I've got plenty of proof of that on my stream, you know, using the same items, actually using even worse items than this, because I did buy a couple of these items off stream. I got recordings of it though, of course. So yeah, you know, if you are thinking, oh, well, it's just a T14 map, you know, you are certainly slightly incorrect. This build can easily do T15 maps as well with the same gear, etc., etc. Now, I will say, it does struggle. It doesn't really struggle, but it does Delirious maps just a tiny bit slower, just due to the fact that the Delirious mobs cannot be frozen. So, you know, when you have the packs of Delirious mobs, those don't really explode. You do have to just shoot them a couple times. But even that, it's not bad. I mean, all of the other mobs are exploding, so it's, you know, it's certainly not that big of a deal. Let's see if we can zip back here really quick and hit the other side of the breach. I'm sure there should be a bunch of mobs spawned back here. Okay, nice, nice. Oh, we missed a clasp hand there, but that's okay. Alright, yeah, there's probably like 1,000 Exalted Orbs worth of loot in my map right now, at least. On the low end, if I had to take a guess. Now, at this point, if I die, it might just have to be a clip. Because, I mean, there's just so much loot on the ground, it would be actually disgusting if we died. Okay. I'm almost tempted to go pick up some of the loot, but we're just gonna risk it. I've got that much faith in the build. I'm leaving 1,000 plus Exalted Orbs on the ground and just opening more breaches. I'm that confident. Oh my goodness, another Divine Orb. Say less, bro. That's like 1,500 Exalted Orbs on the ground now. Where do we want to go for this breach? This is dead end, damn. Gotta go left. Kaboom. And for those of you that are interested in, you know, how do you get your maps to be this juiced, I will be making a video about that as well. You know, it's in the works. It's in the oven, as we might say here on the Vinidiction YouTube channel. Okay. My game might crash because of the amount of items that are present on the ground. I won't lie. It's probably getting a bit ridiculous. Okay, do we have any more breaches? Of course we do. It's a little spooky being on the edge of the breach where the mobs spawn, because we could just get stun locked and die and lose everything and uninstall the game immediately. But I think we're okay. We just spam our ice shot a little bit. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. What a good map layout to get, by the way, for a 10 breach, I just gotta say. This is a beautiful map layout for the 10 breach. Got some extra, we didn't really get, there was probably a fair bit of monsters over here. Tiny bit of inefficiency with the breaches, but you know, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, of course. All right, let's see. I think okay, map completed, boys. Map completed. All right, I'll get back to y'all in just a second once I've gathered up the infinite amount of loot that is sitting on the ground in this map, and I'll let you guys just have a quick peek at the total tally. Oh, we happened to miss one breach, so we'll go ahead and take care of that really quick. We found it while we were picking up the goodies. Run back up to this top side super quick. This breach wasn't really located in a great spot because it was down deep in this corner, so it's probably not going to be too much extra. But hey, we'll take everything we can get. Alrighty. Well, now it's back to picking up the goodies. Be back with you guys in a sec with the total tally. Okay, we are back. We have collected all of the goodies, and this shit was insane. So, I've got everything. I threw everything into this dump number 2 tab. I've pulled out some of the most important stuff. I've put some of the other important stuff over here off to the side. And then we've got a bunch of like junk or just stuff that we'll need to sort through later, which may or may not end up being worth, you know, who knows how much currency. It just depends on what the rolls are, basically. But to go over some of the easy stuff, we got 68 flat Exalted Orbs. We got 17 Chaos Orbs, which let me just double check. Chaos Orbs are 5 Exalted Orbs each, so 17 times 5, 85 Exalted, so that's 68 plus 85. We're gonna bust out the calculator real quick. So that's 153. We got 2 Divine Orbs coming in at 275 Exalted each, so that's an extra 550. Then we got 2 full Breach Stones worth of Breach Splinters. These are going for 210 each, so that's another 420. 420 XD. Got another 30 Breach Splinters on the top, which is like another, I don't know, 20 Exalted Orbs or something like that. So that's 1143 now. We got 36 Regals, 14 Vols, 6 Orbs of Alchemy. We got a Widow Hail, we got a Thief's Torment. On top of that, we got 11 breach rings to go through. We got 8 different tablets. Some of these are breach tablets, which means they could be worth a lot of exalted. We got 7 adaptive catalysts, which are about 3 to 4 exalted each, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's like another 21 exalted. We got 11 T15 maps, a bunch of T14 maps, and like I said, a bunch of random stuff to go through. So all in all, from that one map, we made, we'll say, somewhere around 1,200-ish flat exalted orbs just from the currency. And then once we go through all of the stuff, of course, it could end up being a lot more. One thing we'll do really quick, just so you guys can see, is we will identify this Widow Hail and this Thief's Torment. The Widow Hail is 210%, which is actually not that bad. And then we got a Thief's Torment. It's 30% rarity, which is pretty bad. That's the lowest roll it can get, I believe. Yeah, 30% and 13% all Ellie res. That's probably like 50 exalted orbs, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. And I actually have no idea how much this is worth. It might not be worth much at all in its current state. I think we have to vol it. Let's try and see. Yeah, I think we need to vol it, and we need to roll something good, so let's just slam it. And we got nothing good, so this is like kind of worthless at this point. But we, of course, did get the Thief's Torment, which is like another 50 exalted orbs. And we've got all of this junk to go through, which, of course, could lead to a fair bit of extra currency, especially with the breach rings and the tablets and the jewels. Jewels can obviously be a lot of money. So I hope you guys enjoyed that little demonstration of the power of the build and just a rough estimate, well, not a rough estimate, but give you an idea of how much currency you can make. You don't need to have a super over, investment or extremely high investment build to make really good currency. It's, why I've been doing these 0 to heroes. I think they're pretty fun and it kind of gives people a new perspective. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the character update where I go over the gear, passive skills, all that good stuff. Take it easy. And finally, for those of you that are interested in the brief overview of how I got the map this juicy, well, here you go. Here's my Atlas tree. This is the same Atlas tree I've been using in all of my build guides, so you can find this in any of the Maxroll planners located in the Maxroll Planner channel of my Discord. Additionally, for the breach section, you of course need crumbling walls to have a chance to get additional breaches. You should get a 10 breach map, theoretically 1 in every 50 maps, which is actually not that bad when you think about it. Also, Grasping Hands and Frantic Invasion is the main reasons why we got so many breach splinters, over 600 of them, which is quite insane. And then of course Rising Pyre giving us that extra increased monster density, which never hurts. The Atlas tree, nothing super special about that. Like I said, you can find it in the Maxroll planners. The map that we put in, unfortunately I don't have a screenshot of the exact one I used, but it was very similar to this one. It was a T14 map. It had about 20 to 30 increased quantity of items found in this area, and this is the key. Quantity of items found is extremely, extremely potent. It also has increased rarity of items found in this area, which to my understanding and from the research I've done is a separate stat from the rarity that you have on your gear. So for example, we have 133% increased rarity of items found on our gear, which, as people have stated in Reddit and the YouTube videos I've watched, you really don't want to go over 200%, or at the very least, you start to see pretty big diminishing returns around 200%. But because this increased rarity of items found in this area is a separate stat, you don't get those diminishing returns. So stacking up both of them side by side is also quite effective. Other than that, I believe it had increased number of rare monsters on the map as well, but I can assure you that that didn't actually make much of a difference because it was such a breach heavy map. But in maps that don't have as many breaches, that is also a very, very nice mod to have, because most of the loot you get will be from rare monsters. As far as what the map node looked like in my Atlas, it was actually this map. It was the most recent one I did. The map node looked exactly like this. It was 88% increased quantity of items found in this area, and that's really the only important thing that is here. I believe, I don't know precisely, if I'm being honest, how it ended up being 269% increase, but my guess and my understanding is that the Atlas tree, in combination with unstable energies, must have rolled in my favor for the prefix modifiers, and that's what resulted in it being so high. So, like I said, I will be doing an in-depth guide on how I juice my maps and the best ways that I believe to farm currency with your maps. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and take it easy, chefs. And last but not least, take it easy, chefs.